Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. Megaroad Pack 2 was released October 14th, 2023, and includes support for 7's anime characters. Lightning Volt Condor gets some new boss monsters in the form of Lightning Volt Eagle, Lightning Volt Kite, and Thunderbolt, the Echoing Thunder. The Dark Warriors receive some new fusion monsters, Kimitarasu, the Divining Ruler, and Hagoromo, the Cloudal Handling Celestial Seamstress, as well as a new main deck monster, Yami Luna, the Dark Supporter. Beast Gears make a comeback with 2 new boss monsters, True Beast Gear Emperor Kong and True Beast Gear Emperor Lyogon. Dark Spellcasters also receive a few new cards, including Sworddawn Magician and Obsidian Magical Soldier. Alex will gain access to a new dragon boss in Dragonic Demolisher, a retrain of the original Dragonic Slayer. He will also get V-Friend, a new boss monster for Psychics. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Lightning Volt Condor. And no, this is not a Duel Links video. The Lightning Volt Condor is a card that's been around forever and has been basically near unplayable since it came out. It only has 2200 attack, which is terrible for a 2 tribute monster. Its effect requires us to discard a card from our hand, and a lot of the time we don't have a lot of ways to change our opponents to being light, so we just kind of have to hope that they're light in order to get this effect off, or we have to have a bunch of different attributes in our deck and hope that they match up with what our opponent has. So overall, not the greatest card. But yeah, all face-up monsters in your opponent's field with the same attribute as the monster sent to the graveyard to meet this requirement lose attack and defense equal to the level of that monster sent to the graveyard times 300. So in an ideal world, they'd all be the same attribute as the card we discard. We discard a nice high-level monster and weaken them all by 2100, which is pretty good if we can pull it off. But as for our new support, we have Lightning Volt Eagle. If we have a face-up level 7 light attribute wing beast monster on our field, we can switch summon this card from our hand face up to our field. If we have Lightning Volt Condor face up on our field, we can send it up to the graveyard and it can attack twice. And being able to just unconditionally attack twice is fantastic. That means it can attack directly twice for 5000 damage. We can attack 2 monsters. We can attack a monster and then attack directly. This is even more freeing than Dragius itself, which has always been praised for being able to attack directly. Next up, we have Thunderbolt, the Echoing Thunder. So this is kind of the main combo piece of the deck, I suppose. During the turn, you normal summon this card, special summon a level 7 light attribute winged beast type monster from your graveyard face up to your field. Then you can make up to 3 monsters on your opponent's field become light until the end of the turn. This is how we're planning to turn all of our opponent's monsters into light, so that we can weaken them all with Volt Condor, as well as the fact it can bring back monsters from the grave, which is pretty good. That also means we could tribute a level 7 winged beast monster and then bring it back with Thunderbolt's effect. The last new boss monster of the deck is Volt Kite. So again, we can special summon it if we have a level 7 light attribute wing beast type monster. If we have 10 or more cards in our deck and have Lightning Volt Condor, we can just draw a card. 2300 attack, not the best. Drawing a card is pretty good. That's not bad, but it's nothing crazy. This is kind of the weakest new boss monster of the deck, which is why we're only playing one of it. So for our legend, we're on Zaborg. It's a thunder monster. It's light. We can pop a monster, which is always going to be really useful, and we can recycle it using our Sensor Duck Bill, which can also bring back our Thunderbolt. We have Volt Chick, which is okay. This is discard a wing beast, draw a card, and then if we sent level 7, we can mill 3. Nothing crazy about this card, but it's a decent consistency tool. Luminous Parrot can change our opponent's monsters to light. Volteg is fantastic. We can shuffle a light back into our deck, then treat this as 2 tributes for a light winged beast monster, and then we can also add Volt Condor back to our hand, which means if we have Volt Egg and a light Volt Condor in graveyard, we can just use Egg, put Volt Condor in hand, and then immediately tribute summon it out. Volteg is fantastic. Next up, we're on Trig Pigeon. This brings back a high-level wing beast to our hand. We have Bomb Heart, which can be used as 2 tributes for a wing beast if we reveal 2 spell traps from our hand. Duckbill again brings back our Zaborg or our Thunderbolt to our hand, which can be very, very relevant. For our spells and traps, Avian spell strategy, we're on a lot of wing beasts, so this should be live a lot of the time. We ship the 7 treasures, because again, all of our high-level monsters are level 7. We have Dark Hole, because it's just one of the best legend spells. I think because this deck lacks a little bit of punch, we just want a way to clear the board in case our opponent makes something unbreakable we can't deal with. Lightning Volt Charge. If we have a face-up level 7 light attribute wing beast type monster on our field, draw a card, and if your opponent has a light monster, we can destroy a spell trap. So ideally, we'll be turning our opponent's monsters to light using our Parrot and Thunderbolt, and then popping a spell trap as well as drawing the card. And then for our traps, we're on the Nobody Scat Thieves and the Icarus attack, because Icarus attack is really good with wing beasts, and we have a ton of wing beasts. So for our side deck, it's just kind of generic stuff that we might need. It supports wing beast, supports light monsters, and then we do have this Legend Magician, Legend Strike package in case we feel we need it. We probably won't, but this deck doesn't really have a lot of ways to deal with your opponent's back row because Avian Spell Strategy can be a little bit unreliable because we're not on pure wing beasts. And Lightning Volt Charge, again, needs our opponent to have a light monster to use it, so getting rid of our opponent's back row can be a bit sketch. So this is the deck. We're feeling okay about this. I think this deck looks very, very fun to play, and it's got potential to really pop off. So I think it's going to come down to what matchup we're in, what Alex brings, and how lucky we get. But I think if we do get a little bit lucky, we can just close it out. So let's fire it in and see what Alex has got for us. Last week we had quite the interesting matchup. We had the Cyber Dragon versus the Dragon Fusion. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get to see what I wanted, which was Cyber End Dragon attacking Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. But we have plenty of time for that in the future. This week, however, we have a brand new set, which is very, very exciting. This is the Megaroad Pack 2, which has a lot of support for Sevens archetypes. So we've got a lot of stuff for Beast Gears, Volt Condor. We got some dragon stuff, which I think was specifically Geas Dragons. We got some more Psychic support. We got Spellcaster support. We got a little bit of Light Machine support. We even got some more Gakuto support, which I'm sure you're going to love playing against.
Oh, yeah.
On the plus side, it will not be Sky Savior Gakuto, so it might be a little bit better. We'll have to wait and see how that actually plays out. But I am quite excited because I generally find, and I don't know if you find this as well, a lot of the time new sets come out and you get a ton of new stuff and I get a little bit of stuff. And this is the first set in a while where I feel like I've got a ton of stuff and you've got a little bit of stuff.
Yeah. Week 3 is going to be interesting.
Well, on top of that, I think in about 3 weeks, we also get the next set drop, which is going to give you more stuff. We haven't had the whole spoiler for the list yet, but I believe there's some dragon stuff in there and a few other bits and bobs. Yeah, I believe the 11th of November is its scheduled release date. But it'll be an interesting time because I will still have decks left over when that comes out, and you'll have a ton of new stuff to bring. So it should kind of balance out quite nicely. So I only have a 50-50 choice of really guessing what you're on, assuming you're on something new, which I'm going to assume you are. And that's Dragons and Psychic. So I guess I'm going to predict you're on Psychic because you've played Dragons 3 weeks in a row, and maybe you want to mix it up. But then again, you are the Dragon guy, so you could just play Dragons again. Do you have any prediction what you think I'm on? Because I mean, there's like loads of stuff I could be
on. I guess the Warrior support.
Ooh, okay, so you think I'm going to be on the, what they called, like, Dark Commanders, whatever the hell, the Gakuto stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's fire it in, and we'll see how right or wrong you were. Or I suppose we were.
Oh.
Alright, we'll go first. Not the best open, but we can make do.
Okay.
We can empty our hand, which is something.
Oh, I cannot.
Okay. Well, we can flip over our Flash Volchik. So I can send a light attribute wing beast monster from my hand to the graveyard to draw a card, and then if I send a level 7 monster to the graveyard, I can mill 3. So we will go ahead and use its effect. And I will be discarding Bomb Heart to draw a card.
Blasting Bird.
Next thing we're going to do is summon out Flash Volchik again.
Uh-huh.
We'll activate its effect, and we will be discarding Luminous Parrot to draw a card. Then we will tribute 2 of my monsters to summon out Lightning Volt Condor. We haven't seen this guy in a while. So Lightning Volt Condor itself is a bit weird. It only has 2200 attack, We can send a monster from our hand to the graveyard and weaken all of your guys if they're the same attribute as the card we discarded. So, can be okay, but a lot of the time it's just not. Next up...
You need that Rush Link skill.
Yeah, I mean, even then, it's still a bit shaky. So the next thing we're going to do is activate our Lightning Volt Charge. So if I have a level 7 Light Attribute Wing Beast type monster on the field, draw a card, and if you have a Light monster on your field, I can destroy a spell trap that you have. Obviously, you have a face down, and face down monsters don't have attributes. I guess we will summon out our Lightning Volt Check. We'll activate its effect, discard to draw a card. Then I think this is probably fine to set. We will then tribute our Volt Check to summon out Zaborg.
Ooh.
The block.
Activate the block.
Okay. I will activate Zaborg. Pop this. Then I think I'm fine as is. So we'll go Battle Phaser. And we'll just get it for 12. And we'll pass. Is the block... Is this a cool card? What is this? When you put normal summons from the monster, face attack position, they have 2 monsters on their field. Change up to 2 level 8 or... Why does it have to be level 8 or lower?
Yeah, and I thought it was face down defense. I misread that. Strip of 7. Please. Ooh. Okay. Draco the Hand Zone. Draco the Tiny.
Okay.
Dragonic Demolisher.
So it's the only monster in your graveyard, a dragon and high dragon. Send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Destroy a face-up level 8 or lower monster on your opponent's field. Then you can special summon a Dragonic Slayer from your graveyard in face-up defense position, which will allow you to trigger its effect if you so wish.
Let's go middle.
Dark Hole.
Oh, that's big. Double Twin.
Okay.
Good battle. No, not click and drag.
That's fine.
And then up.
I suppose here we will go ahead and use our Scat Thief. Now, this is an interesting one. I can't use these 2 cards together. But I can use this, get that, then get that out. Which is probably worth it. And so I would need another monster to tribute. So I'm going to discard just this. Alright. Okay, let's see if we can do some stuff. So I'll start by normal summoning my Spark Volteg. So I can shuffle a light attribute monster from my graveyard into the deck. This turn, this face-up card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute sum of a light attribute winged beast type monster in attack position. Then I can add a Lightning Volt Condor from my graveyard to my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and activate the effect. The first things first is we're going to put something back into our deck, and I think the best target is probably just going to be a Volt Chick. Then I will add Lightning Volt Condor back to my hand. And what do you know? Lightning or Spark Volteg can be used as 2 tributes. So we'll tribute it and summon out our Volt Condor. Next thing we're going to do is special summon one of our new cards, Lightning Volt Eagle. So this is 2500 attack level 7. If we have a face-up level 7 attribute winged beast light monster on our field, we can special summon this card from our hand. If we have Lightning Volt Condor face-up on our field, we can send the top card of the deck to the graveyard, and he can attack twice this turn. So we will go ahead and activate its effect. Then we can activate our Avian Spell Strategy and pop your face down. And then I can place a level 8 or lower warrior or winged beast on top of my deck. Is that something I want to do? Sure. More tribute fodder is always useful. I suppose I could take back Volteg, right? Because then if this gets outed, I can just get it back. Next thing we're going to do is summon that Trick Pigeon. So Trick Pigeon is a pretty cool card, right? It's not a bad card, but it's even in Duel Links right now. But he's not going to be sticking around for long because we're going to be tributing to and summoning out Thunderbolt, the Echoing Thunder. So during the turn you normal summon this card, I can special summon a level 7 light attribute wing beast type monster from my graveyard face up to my field. Then I can make up to 3 face up monsters on my opponent's field become light. So I'll activate the effect. Bring back the Volt Condor. And then I can make all 2 of these light because he's already a light. Now, Unfortunately, I cannot discard at the moment, but maybe we can with our Lightning Bolt Charge. Now, we knew what the top card of our deck was, so I guess that was fine either way. I guess we will activate our effect. I could have put something bigger there. Actually, do I even have a bigger card I could have put on there? I mean, this is all Growing Pains, right? We could have put Zaborg on top for an extra little nerf. Then we'll get a battle phase. So we will use our Volt Condor to clear the defense mode. We'll do the first attack of our Volt Eagle from there. We'll do our second attack of our Volt Eagle. And then we can get in with our Thunderbolt. Let me pass.
Ooh.
Oh, things look a little bit dire over there.
Yes.
Well, we'll start with Avian Spell Strategy. And pop one of these. Do I want another card on top of my deck? Sure. We'll just keep putting Spike Volteg on the top. Saying that, we're literally about to draw it, so putting that on top of the deck didn't actually do a ton for me, unfortunately. I guess we activate the effect of our Volt Eagle. We go battle. We'll attempt to swing. See what you got. Ooh, okay, okay. I see you.
Yep. Oh man. 7 shift.
Okay.
Stand the guard.
So you have Dragonic Demolisher. He can pop level 8 or lower, so I guess I will use my legend here.
Ooh.
And then I'll just pop both your monsters. Can I do anything here? I could summon out Volt Condor again in 2 different ways. I'm not sure what having Volt Condor out does other than give Volt Eagle an extra attack, but I can do it. Sure. We'll summon out Volteg. Activate Volteg effect. Guess, what do I want back in my deck? I don't think it matters too much. Go back, Volteg. I don't want to add the Lightning Bolt Condor, because I already have a Lightning Bolt Condor in my hand. We will then activate Volt Eagle effect. Go to battle. Let's see what it is. Oh, scat. Oh,
Yep.
scat.
Ooh.
Well, I could attack you 3 times to assert dominance, but I think that might just be a waste of time.
Oh no.
I think every single turn you've said oh no at your hand, so I'm wondering, is the deck an oh no, or?
I mean, it shouldn't be. I'm just not seeing a certain monster that would get me out of this. Yeah, it's game, because you can double attack. There's no point in setting 3.
Oh, alright, well I guess we'll see what happens in the next one.
I think I'll go first this time.
Okay.
We'll set, and end.
3 set monsters. Kept 1 card in hand. So it's probably just another normal summonable monster. Can I do anything remotely interesting with this hand? So I'm going to summon out Flash Voltchick. I'm just going to go ahead and throw off the effect. We're going to discard Volt Egg, who is completely useless if I don't have a monster in the graveyard to use its effect. We set. Then I'm actually tempted to not even play this, but I think it's greedy to not set this card. So we'll go battle, and we will just swing into this and see what it is. I know you play 1400 Defenders, which, ow.
There it is.
Yeah, the Draco the Handsome, we saw it just kind of summoned and tributed out, but I've played against this card a couple of times, and it's pretty cool, right? 10 or more cards in your deck during the turn you summon it. special summon a level 1 monster with 1400 defense from your graveyard, which is obviously going to be the tiny Drago. And if you summoned a normal monster, draw a card. So, just a really cool...
Yeah, he's got nice effects.
He basically +2s.
Oh, away he goes.
I'm scared. Yeah, okay.
Let's get out. Let's go.
So if the unit in your graveyard are higher, so then top 3 goes, the graveyard increases card level by 4, which will turn on your Slayer. So I think here I have to Icarus attack. And we'll just get rid of both of these.
Okay.
I wanted to hit another high level, but...
That. End.
Okay. Interesting. I guess I'll do this. We'll flip up our Spark Volteg. We'll activate its effect. We will put Volteg back into our deck. Then I will normal summon by using its 2 tributes to summon out Volt Eagle, who doesn't have an effect right now. It's just a vanilla.
Okay.
Then we'll summon out our Bomb Blasting Bird. Then we'll tribute both and summon out Thunderbolt. So I can then activate his effect to special summon back my Volteagle. Which is nice.
A nice combo, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately both these cards are now vanillas. So it's like I would love to change all your guys to light and get double attack, but it doesn't do anything. So I think we do just have to go battle and see if we can't clear these. See if we have any
I
negate
want
attack.
to not have that happen, I think.
Okay, I'll pass it. I mean, getting the negate attack there's pretty good. Obviously, it's really, really good if you draw a load of tribute monsters.
Skip of 7.
Okay.
Yes.
Or Dragius. Always discarded.
Ooh. Normal summon out the tiny.
Okay.
Tribute 2 for Demolisher.
Oh, Demolisher's pretty good here.
Flip summon the dragon. Dragon Tribe Fusion.
Right, Dragius Star.
Dragius Star.
So what's this one? This is gain 900 attack, can make 2 attacks on monsters, or make a second attack with piercing. So there's obviously just one obvious choice here.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to suddenly change all my guys to defense mode.
And then we'll activate Dragonic Force.
900 attack, which you could put on your double attacker to effectively double that to 1800 attack, damage-wise.
No, I don't want to shuffle. I want to shuffle you.
And you get Dragonic Slayer back.
Thank you. Can't activate traps when he attacks either. We'll just get rid of one of these just in case.
Yeah, you got Volt Charge.
Set this.
Okay. It's a bit disappointing because now obviously Dragius Star F can't get a second attack off. But we can.
Oh, monsters. Right.
What am I doing with this? I need. What do I need to accomplish here? I think I just need to discard this and keep these in case I brick. That is the correct play, right? Right. Okay, we're gonna do this. So we will activate our Dark Hole.
Oh.
Then we will, I guess, Parrot, tribute 2 parrots for Thunderbolt, use his effect to bring a dude back, and now the question is, do I bring back Volteagle, who has 300 more attack but doesn't do anything, or Volcondor, who turns a lot of stuff on? I think the greedy play is to bring back the Volcondor, so I'm going to bring back the Volteagle. Then we'll go straight to battle and just get in with this and just hope that this is enough. A board that gets outed by a single Dragius, but by golly, it's what we've got.
Let's do.
Oh, the
+2.
The +2!
Face down tiny.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
Yeah. Tribute off. Dragius.
Any way to boost Dragius, he gets to cleanly kill the whole board. Oh god! How much? How close are you to just killing me? It goes to 34. That would be 1/1 plus 9, so it's 2,000 damage.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put summon one of the Slayers. Yeah, because he doesn't boost himself. He just makes himself a 7.
Wait, can't you?
Hmm?
I was going to say, couldn't you have used Dragonic Scout's effect to add a level 7 Earth attribute monster to your hand?
Oh, and I didn't activate Dragius either.
Well, alright, you won this game, right? Because if you had like a small misplay there, you had lethal, so you have won this game. I will click surrender because you would have won this game, right? I think that's the only fair way to go about this. Yeah, it's the other thing is we're gonna be in Duel Links brain still, so usually things are like lighting up for us to click and stuff. So don't feel too bad about that. Let's go into game 3 and see who can take this because we're currently one apiece. So we'll see who wins the final one. All right, I think I will be going first here. Alright, we'll summon Volt Check, activate the effect. I'm gonna discard a Volt Condor and mill 3. Okay, some okay mills there. I think we normal summon. Tribute out the second Volt Condor. And set. And then pass. I think that's the play.
I've got this. Dog.
Good old smiley boy.
Gator. Tiny. For Dragius.
It's like I'm back on Duel Links again.
At this. Yeah, a bit of greed while I'm at 8k. Activate Dragius.
There we go.
Oh, there goes a ship. Yep.
Ow. Ow again.
Oh, come on.
There we go. Half my life points gone in the first turn. Not ideal. Not ideal. Oh, that's so, like, sketch, but I think it's my best bet. So I will summon out Trick Pigeon. So I can send a spell or trap from my hand to the graveyard to add a winged beast with 300 or more attack from my graveyard. So I'll discard. And the card I will be taking back will be Lightning Volt Condor.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, I will... I could do that. No, that doesn't do anything. So I will simply summon out my Censored Duckbill. Will then tribute 2 and summon out my Volt Condor. Then I'm going to activate Volt Charge. So I draw a card, and since you have a light monster, I can destroy a spell or trap on your field.
Nice. I think that's the first time you've gotten that off.
Yes! I think I had the opportunity once before, but you didn't have any back row, so it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, then we can special Volt Eagle from deck. Or from hand, sorry. Activate Volt Eagle.
Good combo.
Yes. The problem is you have to roll in Volt Condor. Other than that, it's fantastic. Now, I think the play is just going to be activate Volt Condor, discard to weaken both you guys. Thank you for playing light monsters. I didn't have to do any work to make them light. Now we can get in for a ton. Take the life point lead, and then pass.
Yikes. 7 shift. And you... Oh, he's not... Oh, fuck.
Got a level 8 or something.
No. It's a normal monster.
Ooh. You're the Dragius? My man is on the Dragius. Okay, so an 1800 guy. the combination of attack points in my hand totals 800. So I cannot kill you at the moment.
Really good.
Oh wait. No, I can totally kill you because this guy has an effect. Volt Egg.
Ah. Damn it.
Oh, yeah, we'll just put whatever back. Take back the Volt Condor. All three of which are in my graveyard, by the way. It's just a great little side note. Then yeah, we'll tribute by summoning this. And then we will go straight to battle. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't like locked myself into anything and just randomly lose.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, your deck was definitely very interesting because obviously we got all the new Dragonic stuff, but you've clearly put in the Dragon Tribe Fusion stuff. You've got Dragius, you've got the Dragius, and you've got the what was it? The Dragon.
Yeah, I slided those in.
Because I think you could have done like pure Dragonics and not had any of the fusion stuff. And I don't know if it would have been better or worse, right? Because I think pure Dragonics is maybe a little bit more consistent, but has a much lower ceiling.
Yeah, it gets dudes out in defense.
Yeah, I think the idea is you get them out in defense and then tribute them out, like something. Like you summon them out just to like sack them off for other stuff.
Yeah, probably.
But you did get one of the coolest like generic cards in, I can't remember what it's called now, but the one that summoned out your Draco the Tiny.
Draco the Handzone.
Yeah, that one. The Hand Zone. Yeah, that card's really good. Dragonic Force is also a pretty strong card. Being able to get 900 attack, being able to stop people from using traps, and just puts an extra body on the field. Now again, like you said, that body is in defense mode, but it is a body that can pop a back row, and it is a body, right? So effectively, you activate Dragonic Force, the card replaces itself with the Dragonic Slayer. Dragonic Slayer can then pop a card, so it kind of works as a +1. Which, again, is really good. I mean, that seemed to be what your deck really likes doing, just +1ing a ton. And then you had stuff like 7 Shift, which was a good old -2.
Such a good card.
It's a weird one. I don't know if I like it or not.
You've got a bricked hand.
I mean, yeah. It also comes down to how many 7s you're on, right? Because you're on 7 Shift, I assume you were on more than usual.
8.
8, okay. I was expecting like 10 or something. So I think my deck was playing a total of 9 level 7+, but that's because we have cards that can do stuff with that, right? We have Volt Eagle can special summon itself. We have our Volt Egg, which can be treated as 2 tributes, so that should also be coming off a lot more often. We have things like the Thunderbolt, which can also just bring a high level back from the graveyard and effectively comes out easier. So because of that, like, we're playing a couple more high levels than usual, but still in the realm of playable. We're not going to be like bricking on it, and we're not playing some like gimmicky mean deck like a Gate Order deck or something. But my deck specifically, the Volt Condor stuff, was pretty cool. Volt Condor itself is still not a great card. Most of the time it's still just kind of a brick, but it does turn on a lot of what the rest of the deck does. So it's kind of a necessary evil. But the big combo that you're supposed to do with this deck, right, is you summon out the Thunderbolt, use it to bring back the Volt Condor, special out the Volt Eagle. Volt Eagle can now attack twice. Thunderbolt changes all of your opponent's monsters to light. You then use your Volt Condor to weaken them all by discarding something else. Obviously, you have loads of ways to get high-level monsters back into your hand, things like Egg, and things like Trick Pigeon, things like Bomb Heart, or Blasting Bird, as its English name is.
Yeah. So
you should be able to do that combo quite a lot. Unfortunately, I never actually managed to do that whole shebang against you. Like, it was always like I got half of that combo. I got a little bit of it here and there, but I didn't get to do the whole like big blowout. And in the same way, that's kind of how it feels in Duel Links, which is you very rarely feel like you get to do the whole Volt Condor combo in Duel Links as well. You feel like, oh, my opponent's got 1 monster face up or 2 monsters face up, or oh, I can't change all 3 of my opponent's monsters to light, or I can weaken all my opponent's monsters, but I don't have the spare Volt Condor, so I can't weaken them by like 2100. I've got to weaken them by like just 800 or something.
Yes.
So like, yeah. But overall, I quite like this Volt Condor stuff. I don't think it's going to suddenly become top tier, because although it does, again, have some big blowout cards and big blowout turns, if you draw exactly what you need when you need it, I still think having to use the Volt Condor itself is going to be the kind of the weakness of this deck. As for the Dragonic stuff, I think it's in a similar spot where I don't think it's going to suddenly become top tier, but I think it's going to be a new way to play dragons, and that's always kind of a very fun, exciting way to kind of go with it. The only issue, I guess, is a lot of the dragon cards, and this isn't just limited to the new dragonic stuff, basically says, if the only monsters in your graveyards are dragons and high dragons, and then you're like, oh, well, you can't even use this as an engine in something else. It's just, it's this or bust, which, again, isn't inherently a bad thing. I think I prefer it when decks are monotype. I think that's more, it's more satisfying to play a monotype deck. So I don't hate that, but it just makes it very restrictive. But yeah, GG, buddy.
GG.